We move on to the last question in the writing part. This is about application of trigonometry in real life. If here we have a real life situation in theater, Albert is helping to build a set for a play. One piece of scenery is a large triangle that will be constructed out of wood and be painted to represent a mountain. Albert would like to know the area of a piece of the scenery so that he can buy the right amount of paint. He needs to know the area over here. What is the area of the triangle? Round your answer to the nearest tenth of a foot. Now it's in feet, that's why it's foot. And how do you find the area? Here we know the side, we know this side, and we know the included angle, the angle between them, isn't it? So the area can be given as, imagine now this is A, B, and this is C, then this angle will be the capital C. Always, if this is a side, imagine this is side A, the angle over there opposite to it is the angle A. Now this will be angle B. So the formula is area of a triangle is given by here A sine, sorry, half A, B, these are the sides. When we write small letter, it denotes the sides. And sine capital C. Now this can be rearranged. It can be half BC sine A. As long as you know the given values. Whenever we know two sides and the included angle, what we do is AB and this is C. That's it. So now all you do is substitute half. What is A? 8 multiplied by 8 multiplied by 10, and we have sine 34 degrees. Now since we have sine, we have to use calculator here. But still we can solve some of it. This is 4 times 2, 2 times 1, 2 times 4, 2 times 4 is 8, and 4 times 10 is 40 sine 34. That will be the area. And now use your calculators here. All we need to do is 40 sine 34 degrees. It's in degrees. Or you can just type this out, half into 8 into 10, that's fine. The answer is 22.36, but they have told nearest tenth. So it'll be 22.4. That'll be the answer. See, 22.36 will be approximated to 22.4. This is the formula. Now it depends two sides. Now if this and this angle were given, now imagine these two angles were given, and this is looking like more than 90, say 105. Don't use this angle. You have to use this included angle. Whereas if this side was given and not this side, then this angle would have been used. So you should know which is the included angle. Now we need to find the error. Terence and Rodrigo are trying to determine the relationship between angles of elevation and depression. Angle of elevation means this one from the the base. This is angle of elevation. If this is the base and then going down, this is the angle of depression. Terence says that if you're looking up at someone with an angle of elevation of 35 degrees, then you're looking down at the person with the angle of depression of 55 degrees. Which is the complement of 35 degrees? Okay, yeah, 90 minus 35 is 55. Rodrigo disagrees and says that the other person would be looking down at you with this angle of depression equal to the angle of elevation or 35 degrees. Who is correct? Explain your reasoning. Now here, imagine there are two people. Okay, this person and this person from below. This is the base, this is the base. The eyesight will be always parallel to each other. Now this guy, first person, is looking in the angle of elevation, so it looks up. Okay, from the base it's 35 degrees. Now when he looks down, how much will be this angle? They're alternating interior angle. It has to be same. So you need to tell who is the second person. Rodrigo is correct because he told they both are equal. Yes, angles of elevation and depression, E is for elevation and depression, are equal, are congruent. They're congruent, so it's same. Why? Because they are alternating alternative interior angles. Alternating interior angles means, see, these two are parallel and they're inside, so alternative interior angles. So that's it. That is the reasoning. Alternate interior angles. And over here, yeah, that's it. So you can write in your own words. If you want, you can even draw the figure. That means you understood it thoroughly. That's the thing. A classmate finds the angle of elevation of an object, but she is trying to find the angle of depression. Write a question to help her solve the problem. Now, someone as classmate finds already angle of elevation is done. She's trying to find the angle of depression. So angle of depression. Now, what is the relationship between them? They both are equal. If someone tells her what is the relationship between angle of elevation and angle of depression, then she will come to know, okay, they both are equal. So whatever the angle she has found over here, imagine it's 50 degree, then both are 50 degrees, right? So what is the relationship between the angle of elevation and the angle of depression? That will help the student to solve this particular problem. Classify the statement below as true or false. Explain your reasoning. As a person moves closer to an object, he or she is sighting the angle of elevation. He or she is sighting the angle of elevation increases. Let's imagine this is the person over here, and imagine this is the object over here, maybe a big wall, and there's a beautiful ornament over here at the top. So this is your angle of elevation, right? Right. I mean, yeah, angle of elevation. You're looking up. Now this person is walking, 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 coming over here. Is now here, the same person, same line of sight. Okay, the same line of sight exists. Okay, don't think this guy is short, it's the same person. Here it looks like, it's about 30 degrees. Now look, am I drawing in the same line? No, it goes up. This is about 45 degrees. If I go very closer, it's nearly 90 degrees. If I'm just below that point, it'll be 90 degrees above. So what is happening? As you move closer to an object, the object becomes more and more bigger, and you can see the angle of elevation always increases. So this is true basically. Okay, you can just tell as you walk towards the object, towards any object, it becomes bigger and the angle of elevation increases. So you can see, yeah, that's because, see, the horizontal distance decreases, but the height of the object remains the same. Yeah. See, now the distance over here is too long, isn't it? But as you move closer, the distance over here decreases, but this height, it's a stuck object. It's not moving. It's going to be at the same position, right? That's the reason. Now, here we have an interesting problem. Here we have been told this angle over here is 70 degrees. So what about this angle here? That's going to be 20, right? Because this is 90, 70, 20. So that'll be 180. And this is 15. So we know this much is 15. And we know 2, but we don't know what is this. So I will just assume this to be A. And now this is X. So we need to solve X. But the problem is we don't have any enough information. There is no way you can use any trigonometric function from here, this 20 degrees. You can't find any side. See, now what are you going to do? Any of the tan degrees, right? You need to know at least one side, which we do not know. Over here, only a part of the side is known, nothing else. So let us consider this side over here as B. And let's write how we can relate these two angles with B and this base. Why this base? Because I know the total length is how much? 2 plus A here. A, and this is 2, so total is 2 plus A. So what I will do over here is, this is 20 degree. I'll consider this to be theta, or this to be theta. Which is the opposite side? This one, right? And which is this side? This is the hypotenuse, this will be adjacent. So what do we know? These two sides are opposite and adjacent. So what happens? Which trigonometric function relates both of them? It's only tan theta. So I can write tan theta. I'll take this as the first triangle and the outside one, the total one, as second one. So tan theta 1 will be equal to opposite by adjacent. And the same thing goes to the second triangle as well. Tan theta 2 is equal to opposite by adjacent as well, but the dimensions are different. B value remains same. Now we will see it. What is the first degree? Tan theta 1, it's 20 degrees. I'll write 20. This will be equal to, what is the opposite side? It's B divided by adjacent over here is A. That is, and over here we have tan 15. See, this is 15, right? Opposite is B and adjacent is 2 plus A. Now let's write both of these in terms of B. So I'll take this A to the other side. A into tan 20 degrees will be equal to B, whereas 2A, 2 plus A multiplied with tan 15 is also b. Can I equate b and b? Because b is literally the same side. So I can equate these both. So from here, I can get a tan 15 degrees is equal to 2 plus a times tan 15 degrees. So only a is unknown now, right? We can easily solve for a. So what do we do here? Here we will just, here you have nothing to do, tan 15, that's it. But here we need to multiply tan 15 inside. So it'll be 2 times tan 15 plus here a times tan 15 degrees. So now, I'm sorry, this is not tan 15, this is tan 20. So because it would have gone off, that wouldn't make sense. It'd be zero over there. Sorry, the left side is tan 20 degrees. This is tan 20. So now what I would do is, I will group all the A's to one side and keep the other things at one side. So I'll take this tan to the other side. Now, how would you take that? So you should know which is bigger. So let's use our calculators and check. Here, let's put tan 20 first. It's 0.36. What about 15? It's 0.26. So tan tan 20 is bigger. So leave this over here and take this to the other side. So it'll be a tan 20 degrees minus a tan 15 degrees. That will be equal to 2 tan 15. Now you can solve it in calculator over here and then solve it up, or you can just put this entirely in the calculator as well. Now what I'm saying is, you have to solve for tan 20, tan 15, and this entire thing in the calculator. See at the right side, and then you take everything to the others, divide by that number, and then solve it. But instead of all that mess, I'll just put this entirely in the calculator. Alpha x multiplied by tan 20 over here, close the bracket, minus, what is this, a, alpha x multiplied by tan 15, close the bracket, that is equal to 2 times tan 15. That close the bracket, shift and solve, then equal to, the answer is 5.58. That is the a value which we got. A is equal to 5. Now nearest 10th, right? So I won't take 5.8, I'll just take it as 6, 5.6. And now here a value is 5.6. This is 2. So what happens? The base is basically 8, sorry, 7.6. 5 plus 2 is 7.6. This is the base. Now, this is what we need to solve, right? And we know this angle is 15 degrees. So I'll not erase everything. I'll just draw over here for a minute. And you can see here, this is x, this is 15, sorry, not x. And this is not 7. Okay, I'll just erase this part over here. This here is x, this is 7.6, and I know 15. So which will relate it? 90 degrees. This is the hypotenuse, and this for theta will be the adjacent. Let us use cos theta. Cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse, and now substitute the values. Cos 15 degrees will be equal to 7.6 divided by hypotenuse is x. So I'll take x to the other side. It will be 7.6 divided by cos 15 degrees, and whatever we get will be the answer. All you do is put it in the calculator. 7.6 divided by cos 15 degrees, close the bracket. The answer is 7.86. That is the final answer. Here you can see, okay, it's not over here, 7.86. It's 7.9. Now here you can see this is not correct, right? At 7.8 we are getting 7.9. The reason is, though it was nearest 10th, look at the values they have taken. They have considered more than one value. This is an error over here. You're supposed to take, once it mentioned nearest 10th, you're supposed to round it off to nearest 10th all the time. I mean, not only for the x, or if you take more than 3 values, you will get a little bit of a difference, but don't worry. It is fine. This is almost the correct answer. And if you write this or the other one, 7.9, which we get in the calculator for rounding off to 10th at every step, both will be given full marks. Both should be awarded full marks, so don't worry about that. So that is how we solve it. I'll just recall. First thing is we find the a value, and then once we find the a value using this b, we find the total length at the bottom, this line, that is the adjacent to 15 degrees. And then we use cosine because we know the degrees over here, hypotenuse is unknown, but the adjacent will be known, and we use cosine and we solve for x. That's how we solved it over there. Now, here the last problem. Describe a way that you can estimate the height of an object without using trigonometry. Explain your reasoning. There are ways. Let me just look in the answer and then. Okay, they're using like how to find the height. Okay, got it. So here, say for example, isosceles triangle. If you know the isosceles triangle as two equal bases, equal angles, and then these both are equal. So you can use this and find the height. You can find the length or something. Now, if you have 45, say they are mentioned over here, 45, 45, 90, then you do not need trigonometry. You can easily find there is a length, the length or the height will be given by direct formulas. So if you have certain angle of elevation of 45 degrees, then one angle of elevation is 45 degree, then the other side will be 45, 45, 90, right? So such triangles, right, have congruent legs. And then you have direct formula to solve the heights and everything. So that is what they are meaning. So yes, you can use without trigonometry, provided the angles are specific angles. It should be 40, 40, 45, 45, 90, or there is 30, 60, 90. Even for 30, 60, 90 degrees, you can easily solve the height without using trigonometry. So that is what they're just saying. You can just tell there are situations where the angle of elevation can be 30, 60, 90, or 45, 45, 90, and then we can directly find the legs and the height. And that's finally the end of all the writing part questions. I hope these videos have been helpful. Please do share my channel with your friends. Let them know about this. All the advanced grade EOT explanation videos will be available. Please do like and share my videos. That would mean so much to me, guys. I will see you all in the multiple choice part. See you soon.